There is so many words, but for me, love. He loved me. And family man. We're from Greece, and we both worked at the same place. I went first to work there in a resort by the sea. A week later, he came. And I asked him, "You want to come to lunch with me?" He says, "Yeah, fine." And since that time, we've been together for almost 52 years. We got married in Montreal. I had my first baby there, my oldest daughter. And then we moved here, Windsor and then Chatham.
And we always asked, why Chatham? And he always, same answer every time. It was the best place to raise his family. When he worked at the Wheels and at the Holiday Inn, they called him the walking chamber of commerce. So it was a perfect fit that he was in the restaurant business, because every day he was feeding his customers, he was entertaining them with laughs, and he always had a story.
We planned to go to Greece together for the first time, because with the restaurant business you cannot leave it all alone. And all of a sudden he was starting not feeling well.
We actually brought him to the Chatham ER. We thought he had an ear infection. He was diagnosed with a brain tumor, which, come to find out after brain surgery, it was stage 4 lung cancer. They told him he had weeks to months to live. My dad lived 3.5 years post-diagnosis. It wasn't an easy 3.5 years, but 3.5 years where a lot of memories were made. 6 weeks before he died, the brain tumor had come back fast and furious. It was the Saturday before he passed. We met with a care coordinator to talk to us about dying at hospice. Our family needed to make that decision. He was unconscious when he left the home. That was the worst moment for me, is having him leave the house that he built with my mom and we grew up in, and all the memories are here. But I'll tell you, when we drove up, a little bit of that pain subsided, seeing the staff waiting for us, and everyone understood what we were going through.
After my husband passed away at the hospice, I said to my girls, I want to die right here, because it's the best place to leave this world. The peace, the serene, the staff. They're sent from God to help the helpless.
Merry Christmas. 1991.
What year?
1991.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas to Kubara. Merry Christmas to Kubaro.
Look into the camera.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to your sister. Merry Christmas to your mother. Merry Christmas. Hoo, hoo.
2 weeks before he died, we rented a handy bus here in Chatham, and we took him for what we didn't know was going to be his last, but what was his last drive around Chatham-Kent to see all his favorite places. And he couldn't talk at that time. He had lost his ability to speak and was all smiles and giving us the thumbs up and the high five. My special memory of my dad and I, there's several, but it would be when we got Juno. Every Saturday and Sunday, like clockwork, we would meet on the corner of our streets, since I live around the corner from them, and we'd go for a 25 to 40-minute walk, depending on how he was feeling and I was feeling. It's where we shared stories. It's where he gave me the best advice. My dad's pride of the community. It's not lost on me that my success is because of the values and the pride my dad instilled in me. As my dad was coming into the last few hours of his life, we asked our nurse for spiritual care to come and give a blessing before he passed. Bridget is literally an angel on earth, in my opinion, and came in and spent the morning with us, praying with my dad, consoling us and comforting us, because we didn't know what to expect in the last moments. And with Bridget's support, we managed to get through those last moments, the last breath, and she stayed in the building until we actually left the parking lot, which was hours later.
I would like the people to support Hospice, because it's the one place to be at your last days or months or wherever.
People don't realize how expensive it is to run an organization of that size. And I can't imagine as a volunteer, you walk away from your day with your heart not filled. Years ago, and it's actually funny enough, we did the Beach Boys concert through Rotary Club, and we raised the money for hospice. And if you had told me that night that we were raising funds for an organization that my dad would be using and our family would be using, I wouldn't have believed you.